Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are actually talking about anti-5G necklaces because, quite frankly, they're fake. And some of them are even radioactive. Now, here's what's going on. I've talked about 5G and the hysteria over this before. This is coming from the BBC, and this is just bonkers. Now, the Dutch Authority for Nuclear Safety and Radiation Protection, known as the ANVS, issued a warning about 10 different products that it found that was actually giving off harmful ionizing radiation. Now, the ANVS urged people not to use these products, which could cause harm with long-term wear. And for the record, there is no evidence that 5G networks are harmful to health. I've actually did videos on that when we had a rash of burnings and destruction of 5G cell towers, diving into the actual standards that are used for 3G, 4G, and 5G and how they're non-ionizing. And I'll touch on that in a second, thanks again to the BBC. Now, the World Health Organization says, as I mentioned, that 5G mobile networks are safe. They're not really different than 3 and 4G networks. Mobile networks do not give off ionizing radiation. They give off non-ionizing radiation, or rather radio waves. Those do not damage DNA, which is one of the big claims here. And despite this, there have been attacks, as I've mentioned, on transmitters by those people that actually believe 5G is harmful, meaning they're believing just this vast misinformation or disinformation in the hype online. Now, the products that have been identified include a quote-unquote energy armor sleeping mask, bracelet, and necklace. These are radioactive. They're giving off ionizing radiation that can harm DNA. There's also a bracelet for children, which is called Magnetix Wellness. That's basically Tix, T-I-X. That was also found to be emitting radiation as well. And according to the ANVS in a statement, and I quote, "Don't wear it anymore, put it away safely, and wait for the return instructions." The sellers in the Netherlands, known to the ANVS, have been told that the sale is prohibited and must be stopped immediately, and that they must inform their customers about this. Now, obviously, conspiracy theories, as I mentioned, have been fueled all of these kinds of anti-5G devices that are typically found to have no effect. That's actually, interestingly enough, studies have shown that a lot of the misinformation around vaccines are actually coming from 12 different people, the majority of which are monetizing the bejesus out of their quote-unquote cures for COVID. So these things seem to go hand in hand. Now, back in May of 2020, the UK's trading standards sought to halt the sale of basically a roughly $400 US USB stick that claimed to offer for protection from 5G. There was a teardown of that. I remember going through that, and it was basically just a USB stick. It wasn't doing absolutely anything. It was complete junk. There's also been so-called quote-unquote anti-radiation stickers that have been sold on Amazon as well. The ANVS published a full list of products it identified as radioactive on its website. Now, here's the thing. In order to basically damage your DNA, you need ionizing radiation. And what you have are essentially non-ionizing radiation, or radio waves in this case, from 3G, 4G, and 5G. This has essentially been proven by science way before all of these conspiracy theories cropped up in the last, let's say, 3 to 6 years or so, and they've been marked consistently safe. We have longitudinal studies on 3G and 4G on this, and now 5G as well, that has been in use at this point in years in some places like China, Europe, now in North America, specifically Canada and the United States, as well as other places in the world, and we simply don't have any evidence that there's any deleterious effects beyond getting faster speed out of your phone. That is the actual science behind this. And so I have to do a video on it. Here we are. And I'm sure I'm going to get comments of like, Nick, you're an idiot. Nick, you're not reading the right thing. Go to, Patriot Radioactive 5G News.org and learn about this. These are the things that I get when I post these videos. But quite frankly, there's no actual evidence. All of the science, all of the studies, and I look at the studies. When I did that video like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I actually quoted multiple studies. I do my homework on these things. And so in this case, I'm just telling you about products. You are buying anti-5G products that could be radioactive. It's the product itself that is damaging you. Remember what P.T. Barnum said. Remember. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, stay informed, and please stay private. Thanks, everyone.